Hey guys, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 5, a Christmas to remember. Welcome. So in today's Vlogmas video, this video is dedicated to my grandmother, Sarah Sybill Sewell, or Sybill Sarah Sewell. We call her both ways. She was the heart of the home. My grandmother, during Christmas time already, she started preparing. She started rearranging the house. She started started baking actually from now. Because guess what, the baking have to serve for everybody. My mom will already be in the kitchen, started to make the cake. She taught me how to bake the toto, and I put cow's milk in it and give it a nice little kick, and it tastes good, honestly, I'm telling you. And she would even bake some puddings too. The cooking, she would show us how to cook. I remember when she was getting down in age and she couldn't travel to the kitchen anymore because our kitchen was outside, I used to take off the pot off the stove and walk inside and show it to her, and she'll tell me if it needs like more salt and just make it look beautiful. She taught me how to set the table, rearrange the house. Listen, we couldn't put up the curtains at the window without them being ironed, and the sheet on the bed have to be ironed too. And my grandmother has some nice comforter, I tell you, and when you put those on the bed, whew, it just gives it a nice little feel. And those comforter only come out when it's Christmas time. I told you in the last video about the cockeries, how they were hidden in the whatnot and you couldn't touch it. And I going back to the cake story, she used to have her raisin in the wine, and as a child I used to go in that whatnot and take out the raisin and take out some wine and drink some wine and say me I drink rum. Even though I wasn't supposed to be touching it, because if she ever catch me, man, families will be traveling from near and far coming in to celebrate. My grandmother was the heart of the family. She was the peacemaker of the family. She brings everybody together. And the one thing that I love, a trait that I loved about my grandmother is the fact that nobody at Christmas time was left without food or left without a cake. She bakes enough so that everybody can have, and sometimes if somebody come and they said, "Mama, you have any cake there?" She'll be like, "Yes, my dear," and she tell me, go on the table and take off this cake and give to the person. She hides her cake, and it just beautiful. I remember too when she baked her birthday cake for herself and icing it all together. I tell you, it was one of the most beautiful experience. She lived with us for 97 years and she went home to be with the Lord about 6 years ago. I didn't get to see her before she passed off. I left for Canada when I was 20. I lived with her for 5 years, from 15 till 20, and when I came here I promised her that I was gonna come back, but the Lord had other plans. I remember too our conversation, she told me, "Baby, I can't give you life, so you have to go get life for yourself." And I didn't know that would be the last conversation that we'd have. And my grandmother, she had this red floor, and I had to go down on that red floor and polish it, you see. And when I polish it, it looks so nice, and you dare not walk on my polished floor. And she too doesn't like when you polish the floor and people walk on it. She taught me how to make a home, and she always say to me, make sure your place stay good, because you never know who is coming and you don't want people to come and see your place chaka and the front of the yard have to be swept and clean and everything. Now is the time she's like taking down everything, rearranging everything, moving things, buying things, and just organizing the place and just fellowshipping with each other. The fellowship, I can tell you, is one of the most beautiful, because we get to hear a story from when she was a child, we get to hear a story when she got married, we get to hear a story about her kids, and we get to hear a story of her traveling from Portland, because she was born in Portland, and then she moved to St. Thomas to be with my granddad, and she never went back. She got married, I think, at 16 to my granddad, and she never went back. And she taught us about how to make a home a home. And honestly, it's one of the most beautiful experience I could ever think about. All of her grandchildren have to be there at Christmas time. All of her children have to be there at Christmas time. And like I said, everybody, when they come, feel welcome and they don't want to leave. She always have a word of encouragement for somebody. She's always giving. She's always, praying for people. During this time, she'll be on the phone calling people and checking in on them to see how they're doing for Christmas. What are their preparations for Christmas? And telling them, if you don't have any cake, come, me have a cake for you. If you don't have any food, I have a food for you. And she's just one who brings joy and give of herself to others. She is one who who go above and beyond to make sure people have a smile on their face. That's my grandmother. And I recognize I took some traits from her. My grandmother, she put a smile on my face every time. She's always laughing and always have a joke for people. So this Christmas time, what is a memory that you can remember from your grandparents? What's a life lesson that they have taught you? And as you continue the celebration for this season, just remember that everyone needs somebody, and know that God placed those individuals in your life for a reason, and they are a blessing in disguise. So continue to celebrate knowing that they are there with you, and don't leave them out. Just love on them, give them a word of encouragement, and continue to spread hope wherever you go. And on that note, I will see you again for Vlogmas Day 6 as we continue the countdown for Christmas. Have yourself a wonderful day. God bless you.